What is up, guys and girls? Welcome back to Gamerspace and welcome to a new video. In this video I'm gonna be going through my top 10 PlayStation exclusive games that are available now. So we're gonna start off right now. So for the game that takes the number 10 spot is The Order 1886. The Order 1886 is a third-person action adventure video game developed by Ready at Dawn and SCE Santa Monica Studio and published by Sony Computer Entertainment. It was released for the PlayStation 4 on February 20, 2015, set in an 1886 alternate history London. The game follows an order of knights as they battle to keep the world safe from beastly wolf-like creatures and corrupt organization. Yeah, whatever. You guys get me. Groups. Yeah. So the Order 1886, I actually played the game and I did enjoy it. Not the best game, but I did enjoy it. The reason it's at number 10 is because the game is more focused on the graphics and movie style and not so much gameplay, and the game is also very short, and the game was released and the price was at like $60 or $50 for some people, which I thought was very weird. Like $50 for a 15 hours, $50 for an 15-hour games is not worth it. I mean, you could buy Witcher 3 for an example. It's not the same category games, but The Witcher 3 has amazing graphics and it's a game that will take over 100 hours and you can get it for $60. That's just a bit of comparison. So yeah, the Order 1886 is maybe not the best choice to pick up, but currently the game's price is around $29. So if there's anyone interested, that price suits the game, so get it. So the game that takes the number 9 spot is actually Little Big Planet 3, and for you guys that don't know what Little Big Planet 3 or Little Big Planet series is, it's basically a puzzle platform video game developed by Sumo Digital for the PlayStation 3 and the PlayStation 4. The previous Little Big Planet games were very famous on the PS3 and many people enjoyed the game. It was a game that many people picked up when buying a PS3. So sadly, Little Big Planet 3 didn't get people's highs up or hopes up, and that's quite sad since the previous games was very good and many people enjoyed it. And now that the number 3 is out and like you don't even hear about it in the news or anything, you don't even see a lot of things about it, and that's just like knowing that the game isn't the best game. And I got to play a bit of it, and yeah, I've asked around, seen people, how many people think about it, and they still think that Little Big Planet 1 and 2 was so much better than Little Big Planet 3, and that's sadly true, since if you guys had a PS3 and have PlayStation Plus, you could have played the previous games for free, since they were always available for the PlayStation 3 on PlayStation Plus. But yeah, sadly enough, Little Big Planet 3 takes the number 9 spot. So the game that takes the number 8 spot is Drive Club. So Drive Club is a 2014 racing game, so it was said, and it is for the PlayStation 4. It was developed by Evolution Entertainment, and Drive Club was kind of announced in 2013 that it was going to be released with the PS4, which sadly never happened. Yeah. So we got the PlayStation Plus edition and the full game, and so far many people think that game is one of the best racing games for the PS4 out there, and I kind of agree on that. The PlayStation Plus edition is not fun at all. It's horrible, at least that's what I think. It is free to play, but you know what they say, free to play games sometimes make you the product and they are the customers, since you always, yeah, you probably get what I mean. There's a lot of things to buy from the PlayStation Plus edition, and it's not very much fun for people that doesn't like games where you just have to buy stuff and you don't have all cars, all maps. So if anyone liked what I would call a demo, the PlayStation Plus edition, I think the best choice is to pick up the full game for the PS4. Right now the games are on sale, so you could basically pick it up for a lower price. So Drive Club is a definitive recommendation from me when it comes to racing games on the PS4, and we still doesn't have a lot PS4 exclusive racing games. So Drive Club is a game that I recommend you picking up, and it has awesome graphics. So what do you want more? Awesome graphics, awesome cars, yeah, and the game looks awesome. I mean, that's just it. Yeah, so let's just move on. So the game that takes the number 7 spot of the list is Killzone Shadowfall. So the game was released early, like when the PS4 was released, and the game has awesome graphics, awesome gameplay, and of course the story is kind of okay. So for you have that played the previous Killzone games, Killzone 1, 2 was awesome, 3 got a bit worse, but it was still fun. So the previous Killzone games was awesome, and Shadowfall stepped it up a bit with the newer graphics, newer kind of gameplays and mechanics, and of course the multiplayer was enjoyed by many people. And yeah, I put it in the 7th spot because there's a lot of better shooter games with kind of better graphics these days. Okay, not better graphics, but there's better games that can be put on the list as exclusive games than Shadowfall. And since many developers these days are kind of focusing more on the graphics and ignoring the story, since it's always hard to find people that are so into making this perfect game with good story and good graphics. And I'm not saying the Killzone Shadowfall story isn't good, but it's kind of confusing. And yeah, otherwise the multiplayer is something you should definitely check out, definitely play, and sometimes it's even free on the PlayStation Plus. So you always check out the PlayStation Store, but you could get a chance to try the multiplayer out. Otherwise, it doesn't even cost a lot, the game anymore. Like, it's been out for like 2 years, so you could probably find the game for $15-20. Yeah, so let's just move on. So the game that takes the number 6 spot is one of my most played games, and it is Resogun. So Resogun was one of the first PlayStation Plus games and PlayStation Exclusive games released with the PS4, and let me just say that game was amazing. I've spent so many hours on the game. By just looking at the gameplay, many of you probably think that the game is not even worth picking up, like it's one of those kind of simple games, but it's not. It's so much fun to play alone. You can play it on so many difficulties, choosing different planes, being the boss, and yeah, like just getting to unlocking the higher difficulty is very hard to do. And I think they even released another version or DLC or the newer Resogun games, which you can be picking up. And yeah, if you have a friend and you want to enjoy a game like Resogun together, I definitely recommend you picking up Resogun. It is so much fun to play with friends, and just by like hoping that your friend survives and will be able to save you till the next round. So the game is very fun. Even though it's an indie game, indie games can be fun, and Resogun has proved to be one of the best indie games out there for the PS4. So yeah, Resogun takes the number 6 spot. Let's just move on. So the game that takes the number 5 spot is a game that was remastered for the PS4, and it is Journey. So for you guys that have played Journey on the PS3, you guys know that the game is one of the most popular PlayStation 3 exclusive games out now and there and then, and it currently, or just a couple I think months ago, was released on the PS4 with better graphics and all the DLC. I think they call it the definitive edition or something. But yeah, Journey, the new game for the PS4. Like if you played it on the PS3 and you missed the game, you could get it on the PS4 now. And for the people that haven't or never owned a PS3 before, you could get the game on the PS4 because it's a game that you shouldn't miss out. It is beautiful. The soundtrack, the game, the story. It's one of those games that I call perfect games. They're amazing. So yeah, definitely recommend Journey if you're wanting to get a game that could just like make you feel different. So yeah, Journey takes the number 5 spot. Let's just move on. So the game that takes the number 4 spot is a game that has been in many of my videos, and it is Until Dawn. Yes, Until Dawn. So for you that are into scary games, Until Dawn is the game for you. And why is Until Dawn in so many of my videos? Basically, it's a game that they did a really good job on. Have you guys ever played Heavy Rain? That game was amazing. Such a good game with such a sad story and everything. Same goes for Until Dawn, just that it has more of the horror type. And they've done such a good, amazing job with both making it like you feel hyped, like you're watching a movie, but at the same time you have to be ready for something to happen, and you get to play a lot. So yeah, Until Dawn is one of the best games to play alone or with a friend at night, and just enjoying a good horror game with a good story. Except if you watch a YouTuber that probably spoiled the game, because there's a lot of YouTubers that are doing playthroughs on the game. But yeah, let's just move on to the number 3 spot. For the game that takes the number 3 spot is Infamous Second Son. Yes, Infamous Second Son. So for you guys that are into action adventure game, this is a game for you. Basically a game where you can run around. It's an open world game, sandbox of course. You run around, you shoot people, you fly around, you unlock abilities, and you know, complete the missions and stories and side quests. There's so much things to do, and one of the best thing is that the game's graphics are amazing. Like, it's when I picked the game up, I think I was so shocked. Like, it's a very very beautiful game. And yeah, if you're into games with good graphics and good gameplay, I'll definitely recommend Killzone, because it's a game that you don't get to play on other consoles, and it's been on the PS3, and yeah, it's been on the PS3, and those two games on the PS3 was amazing. And now that it is available for the PS4 as Second Son, a new game, which I hope they will make a remaster of the previous game, which they probably will do. But yeah, Second Son is definitely a game that I would recommend picking up if you're getting a PS4, if you just want to have fun with a game that takes a bit of your time. So yeah, Infamous Second Son. Yeah, let's move on. So, for the game that takes the number 2 spot, before I tell you about the game, we're probably gonna watch the video with the gameplay of the game, but yeah, it is Bloodborne. So, I just want to remind you guys that this is my top 10 exclusive PS4 games. So, it's my opinion, it's the games that I've enjoyed, and it's a game that I think deserves the top 10 list. And Bloodborne comes in second place since I enjoy games like Dark Souls, those kind of hard games to survive, and you don't see those games very often. And when Bloodborne was released, I was very surprised because it was one of the best games I've ever played on the PS4. It is so much fun. It is even fun for people that haven't played games like Dark Souls before. Just get the game, play it on easy, normal, and have fun. Like, it's one of those games that are so enjoyable and takes time and practice to beat. So yeah, Bloodborne is something, it's a game that I recommend, and it kind of has this dark, kind of scary feeling. But yeah, I mean, it's a good game. The graphics are amazing, the gameplay is amazing, and the story, I think the story is one of the best, but it's still one of the good stories. It's enough, but the game, of course, is focusing on the gameplay. But yeah, so number 2, Bloodborne. So the top game is a game that makes me naughty. Just kidding. It is Naughty Dog's Last of Us. Sorry about the joke right there. It was kind of a bad one. But yeah, The Last of Us. I mean, do I even have to say anything? This game, like, even when I owned it for the PS3, it was one of the best games I've ever played. And I had a PC gaming at the time, and I thought that the graphics were amazing for the PS3 as well, which is, I mean, that's how good Last of Us is, and it got released on the PS4. Got the 1080p, the 60 FPS, and they gave you the settings where you can change around the settings, more advanced settings, before you, like, so many games doesn't give you that options. But you get that with The Last of Us. You get a good story, a game with a great story, a game with good graphics, not just good, amazing graphics. And this, as I go back to story again, the story is amazing. And the gameplay and everything is so much fun. Like, I can't wait for The Last of Us 2. So The Last of Us 1, or The Last of Us, gets the number 1 game for PlayStation Exclusive Games. And that is it for the video. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did enjoy this video, be sure to leave a thumbs up, share this video, subscribe down below if you want to see more videos from me, and comment on your thoughts about the video, or just put a list on your top 10 exclusive PS4 games. Otherwise, have an awesome day, guys, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.